Anyways, Hedge, you ready to read your SCP? The one that's heavily
Alright.
redacted.
Okay, I'll try.
You
I
got
think
this, Hatch.
I think this might be a cryptozoology SCP.
Oh, that might be okay. Wait, you just trying to lure me into it more?
I think. I don't remember. It's been a while since I read this one. Hold on, let me get its nickname.
Also, isn't this the last SCP for this content form?
No. Hang King is. We have not
Okay.
gotten close.
Oh, for some reason I thought that this was the last one.
We haven't gotten close. The nickname is Very Tall Things.
Very tall. It's gonna be some like knockoff Slender Man. That's not actually Slender.
Very tall thing. It's just a fucking giraffe.
it's it's just a spooky giraffe that keeps showing up in places it shouldn't.
Yeah. Anyways, whenever you're ready, Hatchet.
I want
Just a giraffe that just keeps showing up in chimneys.
Yeah, I want an SCP that's just a giraffe that keeps showing up at random places because they like want to party or something, but they're a giraffe so they can't party.
So they like destroy the house or some shit. That
Yeah,
they're just
the first thing that I thought of is like the initial incident for containment or attempted containment is like some random kids quinceañera and then just spontaneously in the middle of the festivities, like in the middle of the father-daughter dance. Oh my god. Oh no. It's actually giraffes?
I don't
Oh my god.
think it
Either way. Yeah, just the idea of a spontaneous giraffe like appearing out of a present in the middle of a father-daughter dance
I
at
was
like
making
some
a joke,
random
but it's literally giraffes. Oh my god.
Anyways, whenever you're ready.
But what if I want to keep throwing random shit together as a dumb SCP option?
No,
What if I don't want to continue with the schlock?
shut up.
Fuck you. All right. Item number SCP-2256. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. Information about 2256 is subject to a gradual antimemetic corrosion effect. Corrosion occurs at differing rates depending on the level of detail/accuracy in the information and the physical complexity of the storage medium. In-depth academic papers, photographs, and information stored electronically decay rapidly. Broad description, pencil sketches, and paperwork decay slowly. Therefore, this electronic database entry should describe 2256 only in broad terms. Detailed information about 2656's appearance, theorized evolutionary ancestry, biology, diet, behavior, vocalizations, life cycle, intelligence, ecological role, and cultural significance should be stored in hard copy at Site 19, Vault 1053. The rate of corrosion is in both data sources should be monitored carefully, although at present no technique is known for halting or undoing such corrosion. Although these antimemetic effects linger and rate Euclid classification, 2256 itself is extinct and requires no special containment procedures. Huh. Let me just grab this and look up what species name this is. Oh, okay, so it's a species name that was created for this article. Okay. Description. SCP-2256 Cryptomorpha gigantes is a species of gigafauna which was endemic to the South Pacific Ocean around the islands of Polynesia. 2256 was one of the very few recorded species known to have developed rudimentary perceptual / anti-mimetic camouflage, rendering them nearly impossible for other sentient beings to perceive or remember. This adaptation is theorized to have arisen in order to elude predators. 2256 was the largest species to have lived on Earth, resembling spindly, vertically elongated giraffes or brachiosauruses. Adults of the species grew to be over 1,000 meters in height. They weighed no more than 4 tons, with most of their mass being camouflaged by a very similar adaptation. With their broad, dish-shaped feet, they were able to walk directly on the surface of the ocean without sinking. Okay, so it's not quite a giraffe. It's a sauropod-like Jesus monster. Okay. 2256 navigated the ocean alone or in redacted of 2, I guess pods or groups of 2, or in redacted of 2 to as many as 2,000 individuals. Why redact the? Okay, I guess the idea is that like, wait, oh my God, this is actually doing what I was talking about earlier as an idea. I think. I think all of the redaction here may actually be a result of these things
Yeah.
like natural antimemetic properties.
Yeah, that's what I was starting to think too. Yeah, like, okay, so that's actually clever.
Yeah, so this is actually basically doing a genuine version of what of the dumb /J idea I had before stream. Oh, makes sense. Okay. Right. They are reluctant to approach land, especially inhabited islands, usually staying more than 30 kilometers offshore. Because of their height, they were visible on the horizon at this distance. What? What the hell are they eating? They filter feeders?
Oh.
It's the only thing I could think of for them. Maybe they photosynthesize. I like these creatures. Acquisition. Pollen acquisition. They got these things. Polynesian natives of the island of Maikiti, I might not be pronouncing it, used a substance called teococa for recreational and religious purposes. As well as being a moderate psychedelic, this drudge, what the fuck, me?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just called drug drudge. It's like drugged out dredge. This drug had mnestic properties, suppressing anti-mimetic. Right. Anti-mimetic effects and making entities camouflaged in this way easier to see and remember. Thus, the Maiketans were for hundreds of years the only people able to see 2256. In Maiketan mythology, 2256 were wandering spirits whom the gods had charged with maintaining the horizon to ensure that the sky and the water never mixed. They were characterized as well-meaning and friendly, but unintelligent and often deficient in their duties, resulting in storms and typhoons. They were called Polo Ongakawa. Polo Ongakawa. The ones who walk very slowly. In 1991, an internal biochemistry study revealed that Teokoka bore a strong chemical resemblance to the Foundation's own Class W nestic. A Foundation anthropologist was assigned to follow redacted, the Myketan legend, and become the first outsider to observe redacted 2256. Yeah, so this is like just random redaction as a part of the SCP's effects. Because why the fuck would they redact SCP and not the number?
Yeah.
An observation redacted was quickly redacted. An observation was quickly redacted on the island to study the creatures. Routine containment analysis found that SCP-2256 was safe and required no special containment procedures or even particular redacted secrecy. History. SCP Redacted immediately proved to be impossible to capture photographically. Photographic negatives of the species faded into transparency over the redacted a few minutes. Similar decay redacted affected videotapes, audio tape, celluloid film, digital and electronics scans redacted. The observation team soon returned most of their equipment to inventory and proceeded using pencils and redacted. At the time it redacted believed. I'm pretty sure that was just was. At the time it was believed. It just redacted the word was.
This is actually a very fun SCP.
I love this actually.
Yeah.
They redacted makes sense. Yeah. Oh fuck, where was I? It you know what? From now on, is redacted. No one's allowed to say redacted. Or well, was, but that's the last time it's not going to be redacted. From now on, anytime you want to say redacted, you have to say redacted. Anyway. This is so dumb. It was believed that such recordings would be effectively permanent. SCP-2256's population declined slightly in 1992 and 1993, then dropped sharply from 1994 onwards. A combination of contributing factors were observed: illness, infertility, and an redacted rate of stillbirths. Oh. In 22, a field generator was developed which could penetrate and neutralize 2256's anti-mimetic. I'm pretty sure that's just properties that's been redacted there, allowing for conventional photography. The first and only close-up photograph of one of the creatures instantly killed. No, they're killing them by trying to categorize them. No. It was concluded that direct observation of 2256 is injurious to them. This adaptation is believed to have arisen as a means of detecting predators, just as 2256's anti-mimetic camouflage protected them from those same predators. Use of redacted generator was immediately curtailed. It was subsequently hypothesized that the Foundation's ongoing passive observation of the species was intense enough to have harmful effects on 2256, and the redacted was what was driving, and that redacted was what was driving the species' redacted extinction. Opinions differed sharply. Redacted veracity of this hypothesis over redacted thoroughly it should be tested, over how thoroughly it should be tested, and over what redacted be done if it proved to be true. Several extreme opinions were redacted, including redacted exterminating the SCP to preserve the data and completely expunging the data to preserve redacted SCP. No firm conclusions. I'm guessing that means that's word reached.
I would go with expunging.
I would go with that too, but even like this is the Foundation, they're not going to expunge it. Even so, I would like to officially announce my intention to feed anyone who decided the best option is to destroy the SCP. We're gonna feed them to the lizard. They're too much like GOC folks. What is the point of having data about an extinct creature if you could just keep them alive instead? Preserve the data anyway. In 2003, an observation of SCP-2256 was scaled back significantly, and the Foundation redacted focus from gathering redacted data to analyzing. I'm guessing that's shifted focus from gathering new data to analyzing previous data. However, 2256's population continued to decline. The last individual died near Tokelau, redacted AU, AU, or AH, October 30th, 2006. Redacted 2010, redacted, discovered, redacted, the anti-memetic camouflage, redacted, also characterized as decay or corrosion, was spreading through paper records of redacted of the SCP. As of redacted, more that has to be then 60% of redacted documents are redacted, even with a strong nest. It redacted the letter A. Strong nestic dose. The effect is even redacted, SCP entry itself. No shit. Despite redacted shielding and redundancy in redacted system. Since redacted extinct. Since SCP yada yada went extinct. Zero new data redacted it can be generated. It is redacted that the full contamination redacted 3 to 8 years. This one just made me sad.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I would like to, Zanjio, I would like to congratulate the Foundation for single-handedly extinguishing a harmless species. Now, to be fair, for the most part, it wasn't intentional. There's a few fuck-offs that ought be fed to the lizard, and there's a few more radical folks who were in the right by saying we should just expunge the data. But at the very least, the inciting incident wasn't malicious.
Oh my gosh, this SCP is used in the Anti-Memetics Division Hub.
Yeah,
wait,
this one made me sad.
it's made by... Oh, I noticed the author. It's QNTM. They made it.
QNTM. The SCP Foundation accidentally caused the extinction of anti-memetic Jesus dinosaurs.
Yeah, in case you're wondering, QNTM is a creator of O55.
Ooh, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
They just really like anti-memes, huh?
Yeah.
Give me a second. Let me, like...
Also,
Alright, good night, Sanju.
Have a good night, Sanji.
Yeah, probably after this content farm video, I'm gonna go to bed as well.
Yeah. Give me a sec.
The thing is, as soon as they started seeing that it was continually declining, they should have just been like, okay, yeah, we gotta just completely
Yeah,
get rid of
they
this.
absolutely should. But of course, the SCP Foundation is all about categorizing and fucking containing, even if doing so is going to cause direct harm. You see, this is the reason why we stand the serpent's hand. This
Like,
is the reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason that the protect is at the end of the thing and not at the beginning,
Yeah.
because they don't
Yeah.
actually care about protecting.
They
creatures.
do, it's just commonly ends up going by the wayside compared to the others.
Hmm.
Anyway, as a side note, just to put into perspective how tall these guys got, the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building, is 829.8 meters tall. These
Oh, God.
things reach up to about 1,000 meters.
Mhm.
These things make the tallest building in the world look like a kid next to them.
Damn.
God.
But unfortunately, we can't see them.
And
Aw.
trying to see it is exactly what killed them.
Yeah.
Or rather, probably not the act of seeing them, but trying to record them.
Yeah, trying to like make broader categorization and documentations.
Anyways, ready to see a thumbnail?
No.
Yeah.
As a side note, the other thing that I will say that I love about this SCP is this is a wonderful example of the concept of an evolutionary dead end. How something that was originally something helpful for a species can just, given the rapid pressures of changing environments, can just end up killing it.
Yeah. Also, the one thing I looked at an article, I was like, okay, this is just an article that uses way too many redactions. But after we read, like, the special deterrent seizure, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's interesting.
What did they do to my boys?
Can we mark this as a 4?
Yeah.
Like,
They literally gave it sharp teeth and made it like look menacingly at a random person.
Also, it's underwater.
Yeah.
what the yeah. You see, at first I was gonna try to like play devil's advocate, but you know what? I'm all deviled advocates. I'm all deviled out. Okay, I was real. I'm. Fuck these people.
Mhm.
Fuck this content
Wait,
bar.
there's actually one thing I saw. They also wrote a proposal. Q and team. I want to see what it is from. Oh, it's the Onyx Gemstone.
I don't know what that is.
Onyx?
Oh,
I can't
I don't know
remember.
what the SCP is. I know what the gem Onyx is.
It's basically a gemstone. It can't be unlocked. Like the key to the thing's missing. And it's like a South Pole, North Pole type thing. I don't remember much about it, but it's interesting. Yeah, but it looks like they mainly do like mimetic stuff, which is funny. So we believe in 4.
Yeah.
Yes. This deserves a 4.
I love how the last one got a 0, now 4.
They did put the on there.
They made my Jesus sauropods into murder monsters for
No,
their
I'm just
thumbnail.
saying they're not very consistent in quality.
Yeah.
No,
I'm sorry.
All right, we ready?
I didn't expect. I'm gonna be honest. I expected that article to fucking blow chunks because I get so annoyed with excessive redaction. But the article actually just took me on an emotional roller coaster that I wasn't quite prepared for.
Yeah.
think
And
it took-
now we have to watch this right
Yeah.
I think
after.
it took
Then he-
everyone here on an
Oh, sorry.
emotion.
The last time I had this much sinking dread in my stomach over one of these videos was when I read Patchwork Bear.
Then again, Q and TM is basically one of the OG SCP writers, so it kind of makes sense why it was written so well.
And I just the Jesus sauropods
You ready?
gone too soon. 07's in chat for the Jesus sauropods.
Alright. In 3, 2, 1.
Let me
early
07's in
morning
chat
sunlight.
for the Jesus sauropods before starting the video, damn it. Okay.
You said 07s?
Yeah, 07's. There we go. 07's for Jesus sauropods.
Oh. I saw a little bit ahead by accident when going backwards. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
The early morning sunlight glistened on the water as the young man returned from his fishing expedition. He had set off before dawn that morning.
I'm sorry. Just like the sudden, like, the very elastic way that he boings out of the ground really caught me off guard.
May I just say they've already got racism listed?
Right?
What?
Okay, so why we got racism listed?
Yeah, wait,
Well,
what?
think of this. They don't have a fishing boat or anything. The fishing expedition is literally, he jumped out, swam all the way out there on his own, and grabbed it with his bare hands.
I don't think we have that. We're only 4 seconds in.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Let's see his tools, his boat. Let's see the thing.
And beset, and like, as a side note, like, I could definitely still see how it could be racist if it's just like randomly applying it to diverse people groups, but isn't there actually Polynesian cultures that do that? Like, isn't like, well, something similar to that. Like, isn't like one of the, like, I remember one of the most common examples brought up about like evolution within human beings is that like there's an isolated Polynesian tribe that has like the longest like the longest ability to hold their breath because they go down, just swim down on their own into these caves to get fish.
Mm.
And like they can
Being
hold
able
their
to
breath
hold
for
your
like
breath
45
is different than being able to hold your breath or swim a great distance. Is a bit long. I mean, not long. A bit different than being able to fish well. They can. I'm sure they can fish well, but I'm just saying, you still need either a boat or two. Do you think swimming out there is conducive for getting a fish to calm down and let you have them?
depending on the type of fishing culture, I wouldn't be too surprised.
Anyways.
I'm just saying this because one, one of my dads was Hawaiian, and two, his grandfather was a fisherman.
Yeah. And anyways, let's continue.
Anyway, yeah, we're debating over the veracity of 4 seconds. Let's continue.
Fishing expedition. He had set off before dawn that morning, as he did every morning, to fish the waters surrounding Maikiti, his
No boat,
Polynesian
no
island
tools.
home. He had had a very successful morning fishing, and as he
never
dragged the
mind.
boat out of the water, he felt happy and content. He decided he would take a few minutes rest before taking his catch to the market to sell.
Built like a Dorito.
They're bad at drawing, but at least they were not racist. I jumped the gun.
Wait,
It just
what the fuck is wrong with that tree in the background?
It's very cool.
Let's
It's
just-
leaning for days.
no one ever said they knew how to draw, right?
That
I
tree
mean,
was
I mean, look at the fucking man. They don't know how
Listen.
to draw muscular men.
Listen, as we all know, that tree has trained its entire life to be the perfect limbo bar. Okay, we're not going to shame the limbo bar palm tree. Let's move
They-
on.
They just know how to draw twinks. That's all they know how to draw. And they don't even know how to draw them well.
Yeah. There's a 3, 2, 1.
He flopped down onto the sand and looked out to the ocean. Seabirds flew behind the boats of his friends, hoping to catch any scraps of fish left behind.
I just
He felt
realized
lucky to
they
be
still
living
haven't
there,
shown his
surrounded.
fishing tool.
What?
They're showing other people with their fishing tools.
I mean, it's probably just in the boat.
Yeah,
it won't be able
probably.
to
Okay.
easily, like,
Yeah.
this feels like a very minor discrepancy.
Anyways, in 3, 2, 1.
By the Pacific Ocean. He reached into his pocket and took out the bottle of tiucoca he always kept on him. The island people took this substance to relax after a hard morning's work. It wasn't long before the mildly psychedelic effect of the drug began to consume him. He laid back and his body relaxed as the drug washed over him. Suddenly, something inside him urged him to sit up. He looked out over the water. He noticed that there was something on the horizon. He had never seen anything like it before in his life. It was a huge creature resembling a dinosaur with a long...
Why are you Okay. Besides the fact that this guy absolutely would have already heard about these things. Like, it'd be a part of his culture. But a side note, why are they depicting it as if, like, it walking around on the water is causing the earth to tremble? It's walking on the water.
Yeah.
Also, I love how they made it look like a fucking alien.
Yeah.
It's like if, oh my god, they made a Brachiosaurus that's merged with Stitch. From Lilo and Stitch.
Its only
not
description is literally Brachiosaurus or
Merged
giraffe.
Merged with Stitch and Cleekly.
Shouldn't it look more like some cross between a giraffe or a Brachiosaurus?
I mean, it looks like they had to be very vague with the description, but like an elongated giraffe or Brachiosaurus.
Yeah, that's what it said. This
So, like-
doesn't look like either. It looks like a Aliosaurus.
Well, I mean, in terms of the body shape, it's just like a poorly drawn sauropod.
Yeah.
Like, this is a box standard poorly drawn sauropod, just with added head features for your pleasure.
Also, they made the legs a bit weird.
Well,
Yeah. Anyways.
honestly, let me just be frank. As far as like depictions of the Jesus sauropods go, I feel like this is passable. I don't feel like it's that bad. Like, they kind of did have the opportunity to just go a little nuts with it because, like, we don't actually know what they look like for certain.
Fair
So
enough.
wait,
Actually, my biggest critique for this would be that it's bland as fuck. You could have gone so out there with these things.
oh yeah, you could have.
Anyway,
Yeah, let's continue. And 3, 2, 1.
Giraffe-like neck. It stood at almost 1,000 meters tall, and it was walking
stop
slowly
making
across the ocean
shake,
floor,
you fucking
the tops of its
dumbass.
legs visible above the water. He had heard tales of his
Or
ancestors
at
seeing
least
this
make
mythical
the water like move.
If
So
this
that,
is a drug he casually takes, wouldn't he have already seen it before?
yeah,
Yeah.
he
I
would
think
have.
he probably would have already seen them. Then again, it's like it's not 100% chance that like if you take it you're gonna see one because they also need to be nearby.
Well, yeah, but him getting to that age before ever seeing one.
It would beggars belief, but
Yeah.
it's not the most outlandish thing, I'd say.
This is probably not his first time fishing.
Well, yeah. It's just like since they like avoiding like populated places, like it makes sense that it's less likely for people to see them.
I'm just saying, it'd be kind of like seeing a crow in your area. You're probably not all that likely to
Yeah.
likely on your area, but you'll eventually see one, and before your 20s.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's continue in 3, 2, 1.
Creature, but never dreamt that he would be one to witness it. The island folk had said that the creature was a wandering spirit charged with keeping the sky and the water from mixing. He jumped up and ran back to his village. He shouted to his family and friends to come and witness what he had seen. A group of men followed him back to the beach, but when they reached there, all they could see was a huge black storm brewing on the horizon. They laughed at him. They didn't believe him when he described to them what he had seen.
Fuck you.
"That's no dinosaur," said one of them. "It's just a tornado, and it looks like it's heading this way." Welcome back
Fuck
to
you.
SCP.
Why would they have any reason to disbelieve him when that's like an ingrained part of their culture?
Yeah. That's so stupid. Anyways, let's hear more about this SCP for a white man.
People did
What?
anything to Polynesia
Mm.
or any of the Polynesian islands.
Mm.
Sorry, let's keep going.
3, 2,
I
1.
was.
Huh?
Uh,
You're gonna say something, Hatchet?
no, yeah, you interrupted me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was like middle of a word.
Oh.
I was mentioning that like they're acting like he would be doubted by the townsfolk while simultaneously like I just it's gone. Let's just continue.
In 3, 2, 1.
Exposed. Today, we bring you Euclid class subject SCP-2256. But before I go on, don't forget to subscribe
Go
to our
fuck
channel
yourself.
so that you don't miss out on any more SCP stories. SCP-2256, scientific name, Cryptomorph.
Web feet!
That's not I feel like that's not the worst way to depict them because they have large dish-like feet that they use to walk on water.
Yeah.
Webbed feet are
Like-
designed to help move along and through water. So like
My only issue with the design is they're described as having long legs.
Yeah.
they should definitely like with the idea of it being an elongated sauropod, like they should definitely have given them longer legs.
Yeah.
Like this just looks like a standard sauropod. There's no elongating.
Yeah. Alright. In 3, 2, 1.
gigantus is a species of gigafauna which was endemic to the South Pacific Ocean around the islands of Polynesia. It was one of the very few recorded species known to have developed rudimentary
Well, why did they do
perceptual
that instead of
anti-mimetic
showing
cam.
Polynesia?
I don't know.
We'll never know.
They just
Do
like
they think Polynesia is some mystical, wondrous fantasy world?
I
I
would
feel
get.
like they just couldn't be fucked to actually draw the little islands onto their shit map.
But
Actually, the map doesn't look
islands are
too
close
bad.
to other lands.
Right.
Yeah.
You just said the map doesn't look too bad. Look at Australia.
Oh, yeah.
What is that above Australia?
Huh.
Where is New Zealand?
That's New Zealand.
That is not New Zealand. Maybe that's meant to be New Guinea. Either way, like there's just a vast amount of islands that aren't being drawn.
Let me just
I'm
give
just
you
gonna say
some
it's-
idea of where it should be. You see that little bit of map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the green at the top right corner?
Yeah.
That's California.
Oh no, the was it Gulf or Sea of California?
Yeah.
Like that's the little that's a little chunk of what's now Mexico.
Yeah. Uh, also,
Are you sure that's a chunk of Mexico? Let me just look.
Yeah.
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 Oh, let me just.
also, I mean, the
Man,
map
I
is.
just realized I don't even know which Polynesia they're talking about. The one
Yeah.
that is near Malaysia or the one that's California?
We'll never know.
Not Malaysia, but near Melanesia. Melanesia? Melanesia?
Let's see, where's
Near Fiji.
Is Bikini Atoll on this map?
Also, I just realized something on this map. Antarctica is almost touching South America.
Oh, I mean that's also not too inaccurate. Like that's one of the less inaccurate parts. South America is like very close to Antarctica at its tip.
So does that mean at its tip of the tip it's like really cold?
There's parts, yeah. There literally are species of penguin that are endemic to
Oh.
South.
Okay,
South
this
America.
map has, I feel like the bottom map that I found, it shows a bit better.
Ah. Yeah, 3 different
But
ones.
yeah, you see, Hawaii. Hawaii is actually the closest, the large landmass closest to it is California, I think.
Yeah, alright.
Well, I mean, if you draw a line straight over that, I'm pretty sure that's still like Mexico.
So also just wondering, do we click bad map or no?
Well, yes, obviously.
Well, let me just find a map that actually shows, like,
Distances. Oh, my
shows
friend
where the closest landmass is besides vague North America, South America.
Oh shit!
What?
SCP Exposed used to have 300,000 subscribers.
Okay.
It has 232,000 now.
Yay. It's dropping off with the fucking AI shit.
I'm not gonna do anything at all while I'm waiting.
What? What? Can we just continue?
Okay, I was just waiting to see if Jerry wanted to do the map. Anyways. Alright, in 3, 2, 1.
Well, hold up. Jerry hasn't said anything.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to grab it, but it won't let me copy and paste it.
I'm just
Let
saying,
me just take a fucking screenshot. I'm getting tired of this nonsense.
Yeah.
I have realized the one that's closer, I guess, depends on. Neither one is really closer. No.
It's
That's
even.
apparently something they got right. It's basically in the middle of everything. But Samoa itself looks to be close to. Oh, fuck. What is it close to? Australia?
Probably.
Australia.
Anyways.
And New Zealand.
Further south. It's not shown on this map.
Oh, let me just take another screenshot. Sorry. It didn't let me copy and paste, okay?
You're fine.
There we go. See?
Yeah.
Anyways, are we ready to continue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't believe they should have just put it in the middle of the ocean, though.
Well, yeah, like
Yeah.
it's a trash map. They didn't draw any of the islands. They're just
Okay.
getting fixated on going in depth to how shit the map is.
Anyways, 3, 2, 1.
It was one of the very few recorded species known to have developed rudimentary perceptual anti-mimetic camouflage, rendering them nearly impossible for other sentient beings to perceive or remember. This adaptation is theorized to have arisen in order to elude predators. It was the largest species.
What the? What
He
the?
was
fuck?
underwater!
We have no indication that these sauropod-looking things were ever underwater. And they just like, oh yeah, they definitely evolved to avoid getting munched on by our fucking dollar store great white.
I
Does
wonder if
anything
they're-
count as a great white? Look at that art.
I wonder if
Yeah.
they're trying to draw on a megalodon.
In which case, it's even stupider. Because Megalodon
Megalod-
did not
Megalodons would look way bigger.
Yeah.
look way bigger, and they would not look like one of the white sharks.
Yeah, they aren't even related. They just evolved similar shapes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is like long been moved out of the carcharodontids.
Wait, also, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, Hatchet. Wasn't there a shark species that's extinct that was more vicious than Megalodon? I thought there was.
I have absolutely no idea how we would measure viciousness in an extinct animal that we've never observed.
Yeah,
Wow.
let's be honest. Megalodon is so unobservable due to how badly the fleshy body is saved by fossilization. That is to say, only the teeth really save.
Yeah, teeth and jaws, that's all we really have.
Yeah. That there's no real way to figure out how they would have acted.
Aside from like basing it off of similar predators in the modern day.
Yeah.
Like we could
Well-
arguably say that they might have acted similar to modern day great whites in the fact that that's the largest predatory shark that we have to look at with like a similar body plan. So we got convergent evolution going on. But like we can't actually make definitive statements about their general temperament.
What the fuck?
What?
I went to type in prehistoric shark worse than Megalodon, and Google's recommended me as the top most searched result than Great Depression.
Damn.
Yeah, the Great Depression is worse than Megalodon. I can confirm.
Oh yeah. And it was run by sharks.
Oh my god.
Let's continue.
6.5 hours later.
An anti-meme is an idea with self-censoring properties. An idea which, by its intrinsic nature, discourages or prevents people from spreading it. Anti-memes are real. Think of any piece of information which you wouldn't share with anybody, like passwords, taboos, and dirty secrets. Or any piece of information which would be difficult to share even if you tried, such as complex equations, very boring passages of text, large blocks of random numbers, and dreams. But anomalous anti-memes are another.
I'm gonna is that like an actual thing within the description of anti-memes?
I don't know. Hold on, we can click the anti-memetics up. An anti-meme is an idea or self-censoring property is an idea which, by an intrinsic nature, discourages or prevents people from spreading it.
Okay, he just read from this. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh, is he about to fucking come up with his own stupid bullshit? But no, it's just he was reading something else.
You were hoping he was going to trip up.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Also, here's something I actually did find out what I was thinking about. There were two where people say were more better at doing. Oh, well, there was actually no. It was just one. Sorry, just one that was better at doing stuff than Megalodon, which was the Leviathan Malvele, which was the extinct whale, also known as Leviathan, was roughly the same size as Megalodon and possessed large teeth and a powerful bite. Some research suggests that it may have been more agile predator than the Megalodon.
I'm just saying, being a better predator. More
That's what I was
aggressive.
trying to think about. Instead of versatile, I don't know why I said versatile. I mean, like a better predator.
Yeah, but you said aggressive before. That's not anything about aggression. That's
I
just
know. I
being a
meant better
hunter.
predator. I meant better predator. That's my bad, my part. But I did find out what I was thinking of, which was an extinct whale.
Okay.
Ultimately, I will say that there's like, I'm guessing you're reading from something that's like pop science. And it's like, you always got to keep in mind that like the concept of what it means for something to be a better predator is very subjective.
Yeah.
Well, what is it actually trying to predate on? Which is the more effective predator? The current day white shark, great white shark, that goes around and eats seals and all that and has very complex hunting strategies, or the basking shark, which eats a metric fuck ton of tiny, tiny ass little krill and plankton and shit. Like, which is more effective? Because like one of them's killing more things
Yeah.
at a time. It's just, and well, to be fair, like basking sharks and whale sharks, they're technically not even classified as predators because they're just filter feeding still.
Yeah.
Like what makes something a quote unquote superior predator depends on what it's trying to predate.
Yeah. Oh. And apparently, other one they say is might be better than Megalodon was a Mosasaurus. Did I say it correctly?
Mosasaurus. So this is just talking general sea creatures,
Yeah.
not sharks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we've got a whale and we've got a
A sea
fucking
lizard.
monitor. Yeah, monitor lizard that decided to turn into a fucking sea monster.
Anyways, let's continue with the video.
Maybe the better analogy would be, which is the better predator, Tyrannosaurus or Spinosaurus? Spinosaurus would not be able to hunt the same things as T-Rex, and I'd like to see a T-Rex try to fish the way that Spinosaurus could.
Yeah.
They predate on different things because they're evolved to predate on different things.
Also, I do know that it's still debated on who would actually win in that Jurassic Park movie, the Spinosaurus or the T-Rex. It's still
The
debated.
T-Rex.
Yeah, the T-Rex definitely.
It's a trash debate. If it was like an accurate Spinosaurus, that thing would die so quickly. You're dealing with the animal with the largest bite force known to humanity while fighting him with what is the dinosaur equivalent of a fucking fishing rod. That's what the Spinosaurus jaws did. They were a fishing rod compared to a fucking hydraulic press.
Oh my! Imagine
Which
now.
one wins?
Now I'm imagining the T-Rex just picking up the Spinosaurus and using it as a fishing rod.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be a good animation.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's
yeah.
continue with botched sauropods.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Matter entirely. How do you contain something you can't record or remember? How do you fight a war against an enemy with effortless, perfect camouflage when you can never even know that you're at war? An anti-memetic division hub is currently conducting extensive research and testing to try to determine if an antidote can be produced to reverse the effects an anti-meme has already had on a SCP subject or may have in the future. The Polynesian natives of the island of Maikiti used a substance called tucoca for recreational and religious purposes. As well as being a moderate psychedelic, this drug had mnestic properties, suppressing anti-memetic effects, and making entities camouflaged in this way easier to see and remember. Thus, the Mycetians were for hundreds of years the only people able to see SCP-2256. In Mycetian mythology, SCP-2256 were wandering spirits whom the gods had charged with maintaining the horizon to ensure that the
Why do I prefer this version of 2256 than the one they're drawing mainly?
Okay, yeah, this is definitely a preferable version of the SCP. Also, I'm gonna put a big racist question mark.
How
What
about
is
we
this
look up
depiction of their
the
god?
island of Makiti? Is that what they said?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in the article.
Okay, let
I'm-
me
I'm
look up for.
I'm very, very, very cautious of white content schlock depicting indigenous people's gods.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. That
If it's
deity is
anything
just
like Hawaiian mythology, they wouldn't even be considered gods in the way that we consider things like Zeus. They're kind
Well,
of
yeah.
like human plus plus.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, that's why I really like the SCP Eldritch Gods, because they're not like, oh, they look like sexy humanoids. No. None of them do. They're like various eldritch horrors.
I mean, to be fair, that's like kind of box standard for the genre of eldritch horror.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't always like seeing people
I
drawing
don't
them.
think it's a
stuff like
real
that. Yeah.
island. Probably smart of the Foundation to do. But I will
Yeah,
say, if they're anything like gods, then that would be inaccurate. Let me show you the closest to something like that that would look. In fact, I think
Well, you found it?
no, not that. I'm going to show you the closest something like that would be. I'm going to look up tiki god statuettes, because that's literally the closest you would get to something like that.
Gotcha.
Fair enough.
There we go. That's as close as you would get to it, which, as you can tell, is not how that god was drawn. There's not one giant god.
Yeah.
And the way the gods are drawn, it's not that style. That style is not Polynesian.
yeah. That's not
Yeah.
Polynesian at all. It looks like they might have been like no. It looks like they were like combining a number of different like gods designs, like the like bottoms, the like little sash looks like Greek. Yeah.
The face mask and like uh upper part of the face mask makes me think of like a couple depiction I've seen of Egyptian gods as well as Aztec gods.
Yeah.
And I'm going to comment they probably put tattoos on the body as if to say, look, we're not against tattoos too. See? We respect the culture. That just pisses me off more. What the fuck would that even mean? Tattoos in in Hawaiian culture, and very likely the rest of the Polynesian cultures, I don't know for sure, I only know Hawaiian, but in Hawaiian culture, if you get a tattoo for very specific cultural reasons, each design would have a. You don't just randomly add squirrels and then that's it.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway, sure.
Those look like those are supposed to be his man boobs, to be honest.
Anyways, are you ready to continue?
they depicted their fictional Polynesian god with swirly moves.
Yep.
You ready to continue?
Okay. Yeah.
20 minutes later.
In 2002, a field generator was developed, which could penetrate and neutralize SCP-2256's anti-memetic effects, allowing for conventional photography. The first and only close-up photograph of one of the creatures instantly killed it. It was concluded
That's not. It would just sink. What? What? They just depict it like it's a fucking droid from Star Wars when the fucking mothership gets blown up. The command ship. Just. Anyway.
2, 1.
that direct observation of SCP-2256 is injurious to it. This adaptation is believed to have arisen as a means of detecting predators, just as its anti-memetic camouflage protected them from those same predators. Use of a field generator was immediately curtailed. It was subsequently hypothesized that the Foundation's ongoing passive observation of the species was intense enough to have harmful effects on SCP-2256, and that observation
Also,
was what was
why are
driving
they-
the species to extinction.
Why the fuck did are they like observing it like all the time? Just
Mhm. Anyways.
like
Hmm?
fucking
See, here's-
fucking white people.
You
I
know
think-
what? That's very, very accurate for the majority of Hawaiian history as it pertains to their interactions with white people.
Yeah.
As a
Yeah.
side note, I genuinely don't know what to do with some of these videos. Going. Pain. It's going pain. As I was gonna say, like, a part of me is like, I don't know what to do with some of this stuff because, like, when they're just reading the article verbatim with crap animations, like, what are we supposed to say? Like, are we gonna just pound in on the crap animations for the 10 millionth time?
Well, we can focus on other things that they did, like depicting the god as weirdly European or some other non. It wouldn't have to be Europe. I don't know what to describe it. It's not Polynesian in design.
Yeah, no, not Polynesian.
Maybe quote unquote old world design.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
But
just
yeah.
like somewhat lamenting like these instances where we're kind of just sitting here and just watching just
Well,
crap animation read the article verbatim.
technically, we are looking out for the accuracy, and although we have the video, it is mostly accurate.
Yeah, then again, like the first two that we did, like Professor Lucius and Chronicles, they fucked it up a lot.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
almost I'm to this point where I'm almost missing Chronicles because there was more to talk about generally.
Yeah.
Like we were like necessarily having to pause the video every like 3 minutes at most.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this one it feels like a lot of times, like since they're just reading it verbatim, like the quality is increased, but I feel like the entertainment value of these streams goes down with it.
Yeah.
We need to find schlock that's real bad schlock.
Well, they'll have videos where it's like this, but then remember, they always go down.
They do commonly get worse. It's just like I don't know. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I'm longing. I'm longing for the days when like starting one of these SCP videos was like an actual coin toss as to whether or not it would be like offensively bad or just offensively inaccurate rather than bad, but like we can't rate it badly. Like it's I don't want to say it this way, but the best way I can put it is I miss the days of these content farms, like the content farms we're looking at, being so bad that they just randomly insert racism into like the fucking peanut article. I
Oh,
miss
yeah.
having something like that to react to.
Yeah. Well, if it makes you feel better, Hatchet.
This is like internet's crappy content farms.
Yeah. If it makes you feel better, Hatchet, the next one they're doing after this is the rubber,
Yay.
which is notoriously for being bad.
Yay. I also don't know like how I'm trying not to be insensitive as well because like obviously I
Yeah.
prefer there being less racist shit in the world, but
Uh-huh.
simultaneously we know the racist shit is out there and compared to this just feels bleh. But anyway, tangent aside, I don't know if anyone else has been like having thoughts like this. It might just be me.
Wait, I just realized. I quickly went back. The only Foundation researchers that were dealing with this are white.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
Yes.
entirely to be expected.
That is expected, especially something like this where it's like the outsiders go into the islands. The outsiders destroy something precious that isn't harming anyone in any way.
So, anyways, we're ready to just finish
That's
this.
Outsiders continue to do that until its death.
Yeah.
Wait, this is actually the best. I think this just gave me the best way to describe it. I miss the racism being overtones rather than undertones.
That's fair.
Yeah. Well,
Because like the
also-
undertones like are less overt and like peak my like they make my brain hurt less than the overtones.
Yeah.
Remember,
I want my brain to suffer.
remember that one video of the one I forgot what the one that used a lot of AI art stuff and things like that, where they took the doorman and just took off its skin so they could pretend to treat it like a, but they were treating it like they were uber racist against the brown man.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're ready. Just finish it.
I miss the conversations discussing the overtones and cringing compared to having to explain.
Yeah, that was
racist
definitely
undertones.
overtones where this is undertones. I get it.
Yeah.
like also
Yeah.
also like I love how this is like a like accidental commentary on colonialism.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, since this channel is going to
and-
frame things from the colonial perspective, it's entirely expected for the undertones to do that.
Yeah. Anyways, we're ready to finish
like,
it. Oh, sorry.
So
Go
like
ahead.
yeah, the funny thing is like they're actually making like through them being like through them like not making any of them so through them making all of the Foundation members white, like which is definitely like because of some racist bias.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
through them doing that, they accidentally are making a colonial like comment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is very ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, in 3, 2, 1, let's finish this.
Opinions differed sharply about the veracity of this hypothesis, over how thoroughly it should be tested, and over what should be done if it proved to be true. Several extreme options were suggested, including exterminating it to preserve the data and completely expunging the data to preserve SCP-2256. No firm conclusions were drawn. In 2003,
No, wait, what?
observation of
They
SCP-2256
did
was
make a
scaled back
conclusion.
significantly.
They didn't make a conclusion. The
I'm pretty sure
conclusion was we're
I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure like that is directly from the article. Like
Okay.
the article.
Yeah, they
mentions
didn't
it's, like,
actually
no
come to
firm
an agreement.
Yeah.
And let's just take a moment to what's my brain doing? I had a salient point, and my brain decided, no, fuck you. What was I gonna say? Shit. Right.
You
I
okay?
was gonna make the joke or the commentary on the fact that we've literally like with the two extremes have the classic centrist like Foundation being the guy with the centrist picket line between the KKKers and the civil rights group. Like that old meme. Like it's they're sitting here like we have one side that's saying, hey, let's just drive an entire species to extinction because we want to keep our nifty little data, and we've got the other one like, hey, let's not commit ecological destruction. And then the Foundation just sitting in the middle like compromise.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
compromise, and then the compromise ultimately leads to the worse option of the two.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just that meme, except the victims except it's slightly less offensive because the victims this time aren't humans, they're just hypothetical Jesus sauropods.
And alright. Let's go ahead and finish it. In 3, 2, 1.
And the Foundation changed focus from gathering new data to analyzing existing data. However, SCP-2256's population continued to decline. The last individual died near Tokelau on October 30th, 2006. In 2010, it was discovered that the anti-memetic camouflage effect, also characterized as decay or corrosion, was spreading through paper records of SCP-2256. As of now, more than 60% of paper documents are corroded, even with a strong mnestic dose. The effect is even affecting the SCP entry itself, despite defensive shielding and redundancy in the data system. Since SCP-2256 became extinct, no new data on it can be generated. It is believed that full contamination of all data on it will occur in 3 to 8 years. What do you think of that SCP case? Please leave your comment.
No AI.
God, that AI looks so horrible.
Oh, trust me, Adurna. I'm not gonna show on stream, but you'll see something even worse.
Speaking of AI, we're almost to AI on the.
I don't think it counts because that's newer stuff showing up in thumbnails.
Yeah. Anyways,
We're doing we're doing all their videos up until they turned into a fucking AI schlock fest.
Yep, we do not show
Before-
AI shit on my stream.
Before they were just a standard schlock fest with some amount of human ingenuity put into it.
Yeah. Anyways, removal of character size license.
I think that's 0.
Yeah,
Yeah.
0.
Altered or added gore or violence.
0.
Do we count it as added violence to depict the Jesus sauropods flopping over like a dead droid?
You know what? 1.
Well, like, also their clickbait thumbnail kind of adds gore or violence.
Yeah, the clickbait thumbnail.
You're right,
guess
it
it's
did
fair
some
enough.
weird amount of violence that isn't even in.
Or rather implied. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deviates from the plot is 0.
Yeah.
It's 0.
They used to deviate partially from the plot, like for some of them, but not all of them. Yeah. Only minute of video / offensiveness.
2. 2 or 3.
3.
2 or 3.
I feel like I feel like the misrepresentation of indigenous cultures is it's subsequent enough to 1 and 3. You
Alright.
see, I'm trying to sound big and fancy while my head's killing me.
There.
It's okay. We get what you were saying.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
can't.
I'm sorry I got slightly jumpy and angry when they started off immediately, like, acting like he didn't use a fucking fishing boat or tool. I'm still angry that they didn't show any fishing tool in the boat at any point, even though they showed his boat clearly, indicating he somehow caught all those fish without any tool whatsoever. I'm not angry. It's not super rich.
well,
Yes,
could
yes, it is.
Could he
Yes,
have
I am.
used a net? Like in the
They
water?
didn't show a net in his boat. They showed a
Oh,
pile
yeah,
of fish.
I was
They
just
didn't show
gonna
any tool.
I
They
was
showed
just
nothing.
gonna
Just
say,
boat.
like, with the angle of the boat, like, you could easily just say that the fishing rod was, like, in the interior of the boat or covered up by the fish.
What are you covering up for them?
I don't know. To me, it's just a dumb oversight that could be easily explained away. It's
To
not the
me,
worst
it's
thing.
something that pisses me off because
That's
there
valid.
is this underlying racism that sometimes pops up that Polynesian people are basically half fish, half people that can fish without any tools or anything like that.
When that's not true, like that's
Polynesian cultures, before anyone interfered, had a number of highly advanced tools for all sorts of things. They were very intelligent. They're still very intelligent. They're in
Well,
the
like-
modern age with everyone else.
yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah.
that's pretty much like almost all like indigenous cultures too. Like because fucking colonizers try to make them.
Marcus would have been counted as Hawaiian, and he was part of the Coast Guard. He saved lives for a living. He was a very intelligent person who had a very haircut.
You're getting cut out. You're sorry, cutting out that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I said Marcus, one of my dads. He was he would be considered Hawaiian. He was part Hawaiian. He was enough Hawaiian where if he had married uh, uh, someone who wasn't white like my mom was, that he would have been able to get special consideration. He didn't because he liked my mom, but that's not here or there. So yes, he was Hawaiian, and he joined the Coast Guard. He saved people for a living, and he was serving, and he was planning to serve enough years in order to be able to get a free scholarship, so he could. He was going to research. I forgot that's called the study of fish and aquatic.
Ichthyology.
What?
Ichthyology.
It wasn't ichthyology. God, what?
If it's the study of, like, specifically marine animals, it'd be marine biology, maybe?
Yeah, marine biology. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, ichthyology is, like, the study specifically of fish.
Oh. But yeah, he was going to study marine biology. He basically saved people for a living because he was Coast Guard, meaning he was actively serving, and he was actively saving people. And at one point, the place he actually met my mom was not in his home state. It was actually in, I forgot that one state The White House is there.
You thinking
Washington D.C.
like DC?
Not DC.
Well, like what? Like the White House is in
Washington.
its own little section.
Washington. There we go. The ocean off Washington is apparently ice fucking cold, and people are easy to sink because it is so cold, and they still fucking jump in there all the time. He was one of the Coast Guard people that would go in and save people from doing the stupid.